everybody. Welcome to the Iccy Show on this Friday evening. This is a very special guest from Boston 617. Give him a second to get on here and we will start this Iccy Show. This is interview 720. If you want to be a guest, we're booking until November. So inbox your girl Jackie Brown with 2 C's, I.E. Brown. I'll let you know the dates I have available. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. If it's your anniversary, happy anniversary. My condolences to anyone who has lost anyone. Salute, everybody. R.I.P. DJ Drew from Boston. I know Boston's hurting right now. A legend in hip-hop. So my deepest condolences to his family. Please put your area codes of countries you are tuning in from so we can give you a salute. The next interview is on the 15th, the 18th, the 21st, 23rd, 24th, and 27th. That's the list. If you're looking for a car, come down to 534 River Street in Haverhill. Let them know Iccy Showw or Jackie sent you. And they'll give you the best deal. So just give them a couple of minutes to get on here. Peace, love, and respect to everybody on this Friday. It's a long weekend, so be careful. Safe travels. Here we go. Hey, welcome to the Iccy Show. This is interview 720. This is a very special guest from Boston 617, Dwayne Tresvant.
You already know. Put your threes in the air. You already know what's going
Yes,
on.
sir. I appreciate you coming on the show, and I'm glad we get this interview finally happening.
I know. I had shit. Can I cuss on here?
Yes, you can smoke.
Yeah, I had the shit all messed up last time. I apologize to everybody. I made it. What's going
Yes,
on, Lamar? How you doing?
good. I'm glad to have you on the Iccy Show. I'm appreciated to Candy for putting this interview together. So,
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to Candy. Shout out to Honey. Shout out to Hood King, Hood King Trophy, Hood King Bino, the whole fam, man.
salute. So for the people that don't know of you, what made you start to get into this music industry and how old were you?
Oh man, I'm gonna keep it real. I I've been touring with New Edition since I could damn near walk. Um, I used to be on the tour bus with them when I was like maybe 4 or 5, I want to say. And I remember like one of the big things for me, because anybody who know Uncle Ralph, fan or family, he always had these abs of steel. You know what I'm saying? So when I was
Right.
little, I remember being on this tour bus, and it was one of the things that me, like one of our little bonding things. I used to always try to punch him in the stomach, you know what I'm saying, to see if I could hurt him or whatever. But I just remember being on that tour bus, and that's one of my earliest memories, really. So I kind of was born into it. I never really had a chance. They do music on my mom and my dad's side, so I was kind of destined for it. Regardless of whatever I was gonna do, I was gonna do something with music.
Right. That's amazing. Definitely, especially when you start young and then where you're at now.
Right. Yeah, I got
Yeah,
some pretty cool stories from back then. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry. It's lagging a little bit.
I know. It's okay. You can continue. I can ask you the question in a second. I have a little
Okay,
bit more.
I was going to tell you. So also one of my earliest memories is it was after a New Edition concert at some point. I don't remember. I was still younger, maybe like I still want to say like maybe 5 or something. My Uncle Ralph had brought me out on stage in front of how they concerts is stupid packed, and I was born in '92, so that puts us at what, like '97 or something, '96. Um, he brought me out on stage, and I think I like started crying or something. It's thousands of people. He went backstage. He came and grabbed me and brought me back out. excuse me, and I started, and then he had me dancing and stuff for the whole audience or whatever. So that's one of my earliest memories too. And I think it was during that same tour where it was, I think after one of the concerts, all the celebrities like to meet in the lobby and drink and all of that stuff. So it was Bobby Brown had grabbed me because we all like fam. It's like he had grabbed me and took me around the whole room and had me rapping. You know what I'm saying, for everybody and holding out my hat, and they was throwing money in my hat. So we went around the whole room, and I think my mom said I made like 2 grand that night and ended up paying her rent.
That's amazing. You know you
She
have
told
talent.
me
That happens when you're that young.
I didn't have no choice. They say it's a gift and a curse. It's like almost all I know at this point is music.
Right, right. How many songs do you think you have out there already?
Um, I haven't dropped, but like maybe I think if you look my artist name up on Spotify or whatever, you'll probably come across maybe 4 or 5 songs. But my catalog is sitting somewhere near like 1,000.
Wow. What are your
Like no
top?
exaggeration.
That's amazing. What is your top three favorite songs to perform and why?
Honestly, I don't know yet because most of them I haven't performed. But one of my favorite songs that I have performed is called sheesh, what's that song called? Here we go again. And it's just a high energy, fun song. And then the song that I did drop that is my favorite to perform is called Rabbit Hole. And you could actually go look that one up on Spotify, Apple Music, or whatever. It's called Rabbit Hole. Um, I could probably plug it in the comments and pin it. But that song means a lot to me because it's just so different. It's like 2 minutes of just me going in over a piano, and then the beat drops and I go crazy. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of my favorites to perform because it's just unexpected. Like I reel you in with this melodic, beautiful harmonies, and you know what I'm saying. And then out of nowhere, these fast and the drums kick in and everything. It's dope. So Rabbit Hole, go look that one up. It's definitely high energy as well, but it starts off a little slow. Everyone keeps telling me too, like, oh, you got to bring not everyone, but like my music friends always try to suggest to me, man, you got to bring them drums in sooner. You know what I'm saying? Like, trust the vision, bro. Like, let me let me do me. I
Right.
promise you it's gonna hit. It's different for a reason. It's definitely not your standard industry song.
Okay, okay. I definitely listened to some of your music and I'm like, wow. It
I
actually,
appreciate it.
you're welcome. You're welcome. It reminds me of some 80 music. So the vibe of
Yeah,
it and
yeah.
who you were around, it makes sense now where you went with the character of your music.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It definitely stands out from the bunch, I would say, at the least. So I'm very proud to say that I create the art that I do because you can hear the 10,000 hours that's been worked on it. You know what I'm saying? It definitely isn't something that you're going to come into the studio and think that as a beginner you're going to go toe to toe with me. I'll just put it that way.
Right, right. Have you ever thought of doing battle rap?
I did, and you know what? I really respect battle rappers because they're very witty, and I like what's called smart rap is what the new generation is calling it, and it's punchlines that aren't so skin surface, and battle rap. Like some of my favorite battle rappers kind of have that same style. But I don't think that it'd be for me, first of all, because let's just keep it real. I'm an emotional person. You can tell by my music. I just feel somebody gonna say something about my mama or something. I'll be ready to fight. And
Right,
that's the easiest way to get disqualified in battle rap. You can say whatever the fuck you want, but you can't touch that other person or you out. You know what I'm saying? And then
right.
but you know what? I definitely wouldn't mind stepping in the ring with somebody, especially because they spend a lot of time studying their opponent beforehand, and when it comes to like technical rap or like anything, not just technical rap. I have a mind of an engineer. Like I audio engineer my own self with my music and everything. So I know that if I was to go and study somebody and write something, I would destroy someone. Yeah.
Right.
But at the same time, I'll be worried about them saying something to me that's just too crucial, and I wouldn't be able to, you know what I mean? It goes to another level, so I try to stay in my lane.
Okay. Hey, that's being positive. At least, you know, you stay focused on your career right now.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
Where do you see yourself in the next year in the industry?
Next and this next year, well,
Next year.
that's a very good question because although like I was gonna say I'm not a household name, but that'd be a lie. Yeah, obviously. Um, but since me like as an individual artist, I'm not a household name yet. It seems as though I'm not um successful as I am, but my network is like taking off this year. So everybody that's connected to me like on a personal level that's in the industry are they're going levels. You know what I'm saying? And I've always been the one that kind of just sat in the shadows and just waited until I knew that it was my time to drop and just kept creating over all these years. So with all that being said, I will be in Ohio in a few weeks, opening up for Bloodline Harmony, which is the next generation of Bone Thugs and Harmony. You know what
Yes,
I'm
I've heard.
saying? So I just got the contract for that show today, and
Awesome. Good
so
luck with
I'm
that. Good.
it's literally about to start going crazy right now. And another one of my close friends, he just got 3 or 4 features with E40 within the past like year or two, or no, like year and a half probably. He go by Pookie F and Rude. Shout out my big bro.
Salute,
And then Bloodline Harmony shout them out. Cleve,
salute.
um, Throde, Goldie, and this is Busy Bones family. So, you know, it's about to really start heating up. I actually got to speak to Busy Bone one on one a couple times too through Instagram. He knows who I am and all that. So it's really I'm really blessed to have the network that I do because when I do finally drop in the way that I want to, it's gone. Yeah, it's gone. Especially with the confidence I have in the music. It's I'm glad I waited because I never wanted to be someone to just throw darts at a board and hope something sticks. You know, I wanted the for sure thing. I wanted to make sure that when I drop, it's going to be heard. That's why I don't have many songs that's put out or nothing like that. Um, I don't want to. I don't want to just like I said throw darts at the board. I want to make sure I'm hitting that bullseye every time from the beginning of my career to the very end. And I'm very like articulate when it comes to stuff like that. So yeah, I've been holding out for a while now, but it's about to pay off. I got to get my mama by the beach. She want a beach house in Florida, so yeah, that's always been my goal.
Well, your mama's gonna get it definitely.
Yeah,
With you,
yeah,
exactly.
definitely. What's
That's
going
being
on, y'all? How you doing?
salute to your mom.
Keys. See, there goes Keys right there. I love Keys. That's one of my step pops I guess friends from back in Boston too, and she's been kind of I'd like bounce songs off of her from time to time, and she's always gave me good advice or be like yes or no, and you know what I'm saying. So shout out to Keys.
Salute, definitely. Where do you have a manager right now?
Um, Honestly, no, I don't. Candy has been an active since me and her kind of linked up. She's been an active, like playing a manager type role for me. You know what I'm saying? She's got me in this Tupac movie that starts I think it's just gonna be a series on Tupac that starts filming in December. And then, you know, she's been booking me interviews. I got one with you, one with what was that other lady's name? That was we were supposed to go meet her in Texas, but it didn't work out. But you know, she's just been kind of playing a manager role for me. I did have a manager, and then my main producer, he kind of plays a manager role for me too. Um, Shout out to the gods of Drip, Dread the God. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna get mama that house. Don't even worry about it. I appreciate it. That's right.
That's my
Thank you.
assistance to her.
But
Uh,
yeah, I don't have like an official on contract manager. I just kind of have a support system.
right. Okay. So if there's a manager that's tuning in, that wants to help you, is that something that you're looking for too, or no?
Hit my line. Just know that I really need. You see where you see how we coming. You know what I'm saying? You see where I come from. I'll send you a pack of songs, but you got to be able to actually help me make some moves, and we can get this paper for sure. I'm
Let's
coming for Drake. I'm coming for the weekend. I'm coming for Cole. These are these are the people I see as my competition. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be in this game for the duration of my life. You know, and I believe 100% that I have the talent and the ability to do so.
I believe so too, definitely. I feel it in your voice when you're singing and when you're
Thank
changing.
you.
You're welcome. I could tell you've been through a lot because I could feel it in some
This is man. I
you
man.
no
But you know,
disrespect.
they say it builds character, it builds wisdom, and I could definitely say I've grown a lot over these years because of the things that I've had to go through and endure. I ran away at 16 years old, so I kind of been doing me ever since, which you grow up a little faster in these type of situations.
How
But
long?
I'm not saying I'm still a kid at heart. You know what I mean? I still watch cartoons. I still I like to
Right,
play video games and shit like that. But I've always considered myself a little bit more mature than people my age because of what I've done and where I've gone and what I've been through and stuff like that.
if there's any kids that are tuning in and they're thinking of running away, what would you tell them before they make
Don't
that
do
move?
it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I did it. I would do it again if I was to do everything over. Just because I uh I appreciate who I am, even though my life has been probably a little harder than it would have been. Um, we called the goat for a reason. We're the sacrificial lamb, and I'll take the hits if it means my family gets to live how I want them to live. You know what I'm saying? If I get to pass down this generational wealth, and nobody else ever gonna have to go through what I went through again, then we'll call it a job well done. So I would do it all over again in a heartbeat.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that's important. I feel like we gotta reach out to the younger generations for certain things because, you know,
Right.
they're lost. So,
Right. Especially
well,
these days. This generation is way worse than mine was.
I'm 47, so I seen it
Yeah.
all, and I'm like,
Yeah.
wow, I'm still allowed to do that. These kids get away with a lot of stuff, and it's like we need to get back on track to make them understand. No, you can't do this. You can't do that.
Right.
You know,
Right.
get to
Especially
know.
with this being the technology era, like
Mhm.
go to school, finish school, study, get the good grades, party and chill after. Party and chill after you got your degree. Party and chill after you're successful and you've taken care of your family. And you know what I'm saying? Like, if you decide that you want to be single and be a bachelor and do all of that, just make sure that you secure your future because, mine, I rolled the dice very early. Fortunately, I took the music seriously enough to obtain the talent that I have and to make the connections that I did. But I could have easily been dead. I could have easily been, shot and paralyzed. I could have easily OD'd on something. I could have easily not been here today. So just play it safe, secure your future, and then decide what's fun and what isn't. Because it get real out here in the blink of an eye. You could be gone for real.
Right. It's so true and it's so sad. I feel like every day it's more shootings happening. And I want more peace. And that's what I pray for every day when I wake up. I pray for more peace and love for
Mhm.
everyone. I feel
Right,
like
right.
come back together, a lot of them are separating. There's not that many weddings happening, things like that, and these kids are being affected by it. There's a lot of stuff. So someone that's been through something, it's good acknowledgement so you can kick it to them so they won't make that mistake. And I try to tell them, when people go through something, we're here to give you the acknowledgement so you don't go through that. And
Exactly.
they look at you when you explain that to them, and then you see you got their attention because their head stops for a second. So
Exactly.
that's when you gotta sink into them, because they think it's the way they're
And
doing it. It's nuts. You don't see kids with bicycles down all at one house.
right,
It's sad.
right. Hanging out at the green box, you know what I'm saying? Playing tag and stuff like that. It ain't
Yeah,
even that. It ain't none of that no more. And that's what I was gonna mention too, is the influences are literally, that's how you know how evil this world is. We're called influencers. And if you look at some of the influences that people are pushing on these kids, it's following the enemy's agenda. It's go smoke, go drink, or not even go smoke, go drink, but this is what it means to be cool.
yeah.
Twerking is cool. Showing your ass out in public is cool. And it's like, but is it? You know what I'm
No,
saying? Like the older generation, that's not how they got down. They're very respectful, very, you know what I'm saying? If you're gonna do anything, keep it to yourself. Everybody don't gotta know what you're doing because you have some kind of vice. You know what I'm saying? Um, it was just more uh not humble. What's the word I'm looking for? It's just more, I can't think of the right word, but it was just
more respect, I
better
guess.
influences, I guess we could say. They were better influencers back then.
Yeah,
The music, even when I was talking about this not too long ago with someone, even if the music was talking about something sexual or whatever, it was under wraps. You know what I'm saying? It was in a way that the kids couldn't understand. It was more creative. You had to be more creative to be able to make music back then. And if you were talking about something sexual, then like to the point where when I was younger, it was still kind of going on, but now Trina and all of them coming out were like literally coming out at that time. So but I didn't know what a lot of the stuff meant until I got older, and then I got older and went back and listened to the same songs, and I'm like, oh shit, that's what that meant. Now you don't even have to guess. It's so up and close in your face. And that's another thing about my music is I'm not a very graphic person. I might cuss here and there, but I'm very creative in the way that I say things, even if it's something that may be of a sexual nature, which I'm not really like. I don't really like graphic stuff. You know what I'm saying? I even just on a personal level, I don't like people to say all kind of wild, just sexual stuff. I don't even like using certain words because it just makes me feel weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, not unless it's just maybe with a super close friend or something. But other than that, I'm really like I'm off of that shit, man. So that's how I carry that into my music as well. And I just try to see. Well, these days I'm pushing for like placements and stuff like that. So you have to be extra careful what you say. Um, but yeah, man, this generation is scary. I guess the best way for me to put it. It's
yes,
scary.
I definitely agree. So take the advice. Any kids that are tuning in, it's okay to be the nerd. It's okay to say no,
Absolutely.
go the other way. Um, you'll be thanking yourself in the future, 1000%.
Right. Absolutely. 100%. 100%. I I think back sometimes like before I ran away. The reason that I ran away was for another interview, but at the end of like right when I decided that I was going to run away, right before I was running track, I was on the football team. My girlfriend was the leader of the was the head cheerleader. You know what I'm saying? The team that I was on, the football team, ended up going to see. Look, I wasn't even football enough to. I think CIS, the championship game and winning. You know what I'm saying? I would have had a football ring on a varsity team. So I think back sometimes, and I have like maybe like a shred of regret. You know, I could have just took those punches that I was being served, and and who knows what. I'm a nerd. First of all, I was doing my big sister's homework when I was in elementary. You know what I'm saying? So like, who
Yeah.
knows what it became of me had I stayed, stuck out school, went to college, did the whole, by the book thing, but I don't think that I would have been as fulfilled as I know this industry is going to make me feel. Especially, I know that my cap on success would have been limited had I taken that route, and I wouldn't, first of all, I wouldn't have met all the people that I know. I wouldn't have my best friend. She's back here. She's
Salute.
like such a blessing. We call her Barbie Quinn. She wants to rap too, and I've been writing some stuff for her. She's about to go crazy. She just got to get her confidence up. You know what I'm saying? And she's gonna be next too. But I have so many beautiful connections and people that really appreciate not only my art but me as a person. So I like I said, I wouldn't have done nothing different had I had the opportunity to hit rewind. I'd end up
Yes.
right back in this hotel room I'm at right now talking to you.
Salute to the queen. Salute to your friend, Queen. You got this. Keep going. Don't let nothing stop you. Once you start doing it, you're gonna break out of your shell. So, you get your flowers from the Iccy Show. If he's vouching for you,
Yeah,
I'm vouching for you. So,
yeah.
hopefully, I can do your interview when you really ready for it. I'm here for
You heard her? She said, all right, she heard it.
it.
There
So,
go my dad's wife right there. It's my new stepmom. How you doing, Sonia?
salute, Sonya. Peace, love, and respect. Thank you for tuning in. What is the best advice you've been given during your career?
Trust the process. All my industry friends have told, it's weird because it seems like they got together and had a meeting or something, but they always say the same thing. You got to trust the process. And when at skin surface it just sounds like a cool saying, but when you really break it down, it makes sense, especially when you're going through things, because that's some of my biggest or best songs are from some of my biggest heartbreaks. You know what I'm saying? And not even heartbreaks and like, oh, we broke up or whatever, but heartbreaks as far as like life really like serving you. You know what I'm saying? I've been through some stuff that probably a lot of people haven't experienced, that the average Joe probably wouldn't even be able to take a step outside because their mind is so, just boggled. But like I said, some of my biggest songs have come from some of the worst times of my life. And I take that as part of trusting the process. And that's why I've kind of just kept my music under wraps and just continued to do it, because I knew that there was going to come this opportunity for me where it's going to take just one song, and it's going to be over for him. And I'm very confident in that. And I still believe that to this day, that my time is coming, and it took this long, but you know what? I haven't. At the same time, I haven't dropped, so I'm literally been standing in my own way, but I know it's been for good reason. I haven't done it because I'm just scared. I know part of it was out of fear. I appreciate it, Sonia. Thank you. Part of it was out of fear. I know, for like, as I explained earlier, I didn't want to just put music out. It feels like a waste to drop music without a budget, anyways. Especially if you know how the industry works. If you're just putting SoundCloud, rappers are few and far in between. You're not just gonna drop songs every day and think that you're gonna pop because the right person is going. I mean, it happens. Don't get me messed up. It does happen. But there was gonna be a time and a place. And like I said, this month is going to be a big milestone for me, being on stage with Bone Thugs kids. First of all, we've known each other for like a decade, so they're not like new friends or nothing. These are my brothers, and we always said no matter what happens, one of us gonna pop and one day, and we all gonna be over. So you got New Edition and Bloodline, and it's funny because like right after we met, well, first let me back up a little bit. How we met was through a mutual friend from that I went to. No, he wasn't at school. Yeah, he did go to school with me. So my homie Chance, shout out Chance, because without Chance, me and Cleve would have never met. Cleve, the harmony guy, he's like I don't want to say he's the front man of Bloodline Harmony because they all, bring something to the table and they all like are just as lucrative as the next. But Cleve is one of the ones who really stuck to his guns and always applied the pressure. So Cleve was brought to my house with Busy Bones' oldest son. He go by Sinatra. That's a little bit, not a little busy. Um, Damn, I don't know how long I forgot his stage name. Oh, he go by YB, Young Bone. So my homie Chance had brought them to my house, and this was in Hemet, California. I had my own apartment with my baby mama, and I think my daughter had just got born. And he brought them over and was like, "Look, you New Edition fam, this Bone Thugs fam, y'all need to do something." So he brought them over to my house, and I swear I had never had no problems with my electricity at that apartment until that night. Literally, they came over and the whole block electricity went out.
Wow.
It was a power outage in our whole block, and that never happens. It was crazy. So we sat there and just kind of like socialized and got to know each other for a couple hours, and then we never got to do any music that night. But to this day, that's like one of my closest friends. You know what I'm saying? We've been looked out. I done slept on his couch. He done slept on my couch. You know what I'm saying? Is ever since we met, we just like been inseparable. So now, they've been touring with Busy Bone this whole year for the past like maybe couple years. Busy has started getting involved. Now he's bringing them out to shows. He's popping up to their shows. So this show this month is them going back home to Ohio and doing a Bloodline Harmony show that is about them. You know what I'm saying? So it's a big deal. And I saw him posting this morning about the show, and he said he's like selling slots for it for openers. You know what I'm saying? And I hit him. I commented on it. Said, "Bro, I want on this show." He sent me the contract for the show immediately. It was like, we need to get you out here to Ohio on the 24th. So I was like, all right. So it's like things are all rolling in at the same time. It's exactly what I envisioned pretty much. And I'm getting booked on interviews and I'm coming out of my shell. I've been prepared. I guess you could say like I've been preparing for this kind of, I don't even know, this moment, whatever's coming, it's gonna be big. I know that. But I've been sticking in the shadow. I'm an introvert really, so I don't even really like being around people. I'm normally behind a closed door by myself in the studio, like all the time. Maybe one or two people around me. I don't really socialize like that. I don't go out. I don't do nothing. I just be chilling. I work on my music. I watch my cartoons, movies, or whatever. And so I'm nervous, not about, I love rocking crowds. When you see me on the stage, you'll know I was born to do it. But being around people is what I'm nervous about because I get a social anxiety really fast. So I'll even just going live and stuff. It's what's up, Dread the God. That's my producer right there, Don Pablo. Shout out to guys at Drip. That's my man's right there. Me and him been locked in a same about a decade. So anybody you hear me talking about, just know that we've been locked in for at least a few years. I don't really have no new friends. But yeah, shout out Dread the God. He's done so much for me. Yeah, as well. Like him and Cleve and King. Shout out King Duke. You know what I'm saying? That's another one of my partners. We got like a little conglomerate of people that we just been pushing together for a minute. Shout out Nate Lyer. I see you up there. That's one of my producers and close friends as well. He's out in North Carolina.
Okay,
But
so
yeah, we
here's
got
different.
stuff rocking. I'm excited for the near future because it's been a long time coming. But man, I'm kind of nervous at the same time because, like I said, I've been by to myself for such a long time that I don't know. Introvert is an understatement, I guess.
Definitely,
Really,
definitely.
man.
So you use different art producers for your music, or do you try to stick with the same ones?
Well, honestly, lately I've been producing most of my own stuff, but Dread the God has been my main producer for maybe 8 years, 6, 7, 8 years, something crazy like that. Most of my beats come from him. I produce a lot of my own records, but also I have a producer in London. Shout out Crooked Fingers, and I have a producer in Africa. Shout out Trap God. He's out in Ghana. So that's really, I mean, shout out Fame, Famous Culture. That's another one. He's one of my close friends, but he sends me beats too. Let's see. But yes, I do stick to the same group of producers mainly, but I'm always open to work with anybody as long as it's a mutual benefit, or it just might be a production that I can't walk away from. As an artist, as soon as a beat comes on, within the first 30 seconds, if you don't have a hook or some kind of melody or something, then it's not the beat for you, probably. So it's
Def-
been, it hasn't really been too many other producers I mess with besides my main little group, for real. I
Definitely,
haven't
definitely.
needed nobody else.
Right, right. So pick
Yeah.
three people to
What's
a
that?
song with. Who would it be? Someone in the industry? In the industry.
Um, that's a hard question because hmm, hmm. I mean, there would definitely be someone in the industry. There are a few artists that are just irreplaceable. I'll forever love The Weeknd. He definitely influenced a lot of my style too. So that'll be one of the people. I need a song with SZA for sure, just because she's a 101. And there's a couple other I can't really think of off the top of my head, like just outstanding artists. Probably what's that? I think his name is Sam Opoku. But honestly, lately I've been listening to more like uh, bluegrassish type music. So I kind of want to do. I want to be like on because I play piano, I play guitar, I play a few different things. So I want to, even though I can rap, I started as a rapper. I'll forever be able to rap. I want to go towards like live performance type sounds, like Bruno Mars-ish. There's this what's that? Sixth season, Noah Kahan. Um, there's these are artists that you wouldn't even think that I would listen to, but the music is just so soul touching that it's undeniable. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really know. I don't really know. I guess I'd have to see who's gonna pay me first. Then I'll run with that style until I can build my bag up big enough to do whatever I want.
His music's fire,
But
so tune into him, tap into him, let them know where they can find your music or
yeah,
your social.
definitely. Let me let me what's this dude on what's his name? One of those interview podcasts or whatever. He's like, let me plug my shit real quick. I'm gonna plug my name in. But I'm also at the same time I'm transitioning from Didi Lavelli is my official stage name, but I'm gonna start going by my actual name. So Dwayne Tresvant is gonna be searchable on everything for the everything that I drop from here forward.
Okay.
But my artist name I just put in the comments. Let's see. Can you pin it up there? I don't think I can. But yeah, I'm
Or
going.
when it ends, then you probably can put it in the comment. It's probably. Oh,
I
I
put it in the
see.
comments already. But yeah, so that's my stage name. You can find whatever 4 or 5 songs that I dropped on anything streaming. Apple, Spotify, all of that. But yeah, from now forward, I'm going to be dropping as Dwayne Tresvant, which is something my producer been suggesting for years, and I always tried to stray away from. I'll just put it this way: my book is called "Living in the Shadow of a Giant," so I've always tried to stay out of that shadow. You know what I'm saying? And now I decided that I have to swallow my pride, and if I want this to work as fast as possible, I have to embrace it because I always felt like I needed to make my own lane, and I needed to do something outside of the name of New Edition. You know what I'm saying? To
Right.
make my mark, but it's that'd be dumb. It'd be dumb. It's my legacy. You know what I'm saying? So why wouldn't I just stay on the path that's already paved
Right.
instead of
Right.
trying to pave a whole new road? So I'll be going by Dwayne
That,
Tresvant, and I don't know. We're gonna see how it goes, man. I never really wanted to go by my government name, but I think it's lucrative at this point, especially with the buzz and back in the media and the street naming and the Lifetime Achievement Award and the Hollywood star. You know what I'm saying? It just makes the most sense for me, even from a marketing standpoint, to just be who I am.
definitely. I think they should have got their New Edition should have got their street sign a long time ago.
I
Um,
think so
I,
too. Appreciate you, Wavy.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. Someone sent us some stars. I was just saying thank you.
Oh, wavy, Bubba. Let's go with no. Salute, salute, everyone. Put your ear close to countries you're tuning in so we can give you shout outs, peace, love, respect.
Yeah, yeah. And anybody that's trying to work, want any features or whatever, hit me up, man. I'm still doing. I shouldn't say this live. I'm still doing free features. I just love the music. It's not gonna be like that once stuff starts taking off. But if you heard my music or if you know me, you know that I should be charging like 1,000 a feature at the least. But I'm in it for the music. Not no, I'm not. I lied. I'm in it for the money. But it started with being in it for the music, and I'll forever be an artist
Right.
before a businessman. That's just how I'm built, and I'm all about helping people. If anybody needs help with production or engineering or any of that, send me your stems. I'll lace you up for the low just so you can have a record that is presentable to the industry or whatever. Just hit me up. I'll work with anybody.
Hit them up. Don't waste time. Like you said, 2026 is right around the corner, so prices are going up. Everything's
Yeah,
going up. So prices are going up.
yeah,
So tap in.
fact,
That happens. Inflation's about to happen. So you gotta get it. Get it.
definitely.
Definitely. So
I do have
when's
to
your
kind
next
of.
show?
I'm sorry. The
Go,
next show,
go ahead. Yes.
October 24th. I'll be live in Ohio with Bloodline Harmony. That's Bone Thugs and Harmony's kids, and yeah, it's about to go crazy. It's about to go crazy.
Get those tickets. Get those tickets. Show love to them. They're in the next generation. So we gotta keep it
Yeah,
going.
yeah,
Have you
it's
ever heard of
crazy.
Smokey the Bandit?
What was that?
Have you ever heard of Smokey the Bandit from Mo Thugs?
Smokey the Bandit? Oh, from Mo Thugs? I definitely know who Mo
Yes.
Thugs is, and I definitely know who Smokey the Bandit is. I've heard that name.
He's
Definitely.
a good artist. I flew him up here to Boston right after COVID, and I took
That's
around
crazy.
him around. Good person, good artist. That's someone you might want to link to your. I could see you both of your voices going together. Really.
Word, plug me.
Okay, I'm gonna
Ask it
send him.
if he's Mo Thugs and you ask him who Cleve the Harmony God is, he definitely should know.
Okay, I'm gonna
Cleve
send
is
you.
that's Busy Bones' nephew. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? It's if you don't know if he don't know who Cleve is, then he ain't Mo Thugs.
Right. I understand. No, I got
So
you.
that's a good mutual, you know what I'm saying, connection that we could branch off of.
Definitely. Definitely. Give your shout outs. Anything that we didn't bring up, this is your time to bring it up. And all your
Okay.
social media where they can find you.
Okay. Social media, Dwayne Tresvant. I'm about to change all my names on my social media to Dwayne Tresvant. It'll be real easy. So you'll find me on anything. I'm not on Twitter and none of that. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. That it. I think that's it. Don't worry, I'll be having a social media manager really soon. So
Okay.
Uh, I'm about
Tap
to get
in.
all that shit popping. But other than that, I do want to shout out the Tupac movie again. Shout out Rick Boss. I wanted to make sure to plug him. He's the director of the movie. He's someone I haven't known too long, but I got to kind of see what he's done and who he's been around, and he's a very lucrative person too in the industry. Shout out Candy for bringing us together. Shout out Honey, which is my cousin that I don't know if we ever actually got to meet in person or not, maybe back when we were younger, but she's Miss one of the Miss LA's, I think Miss Palmdale. You know what I'm saying? She's doing her shit and she's all kind of pageants and all of that. And then, my other cousin from Hood Trophy, he just got a contract with Krishan Rock on a some $1 million deal for I think a TV show or something. So look out for that. Hood Trophy King. So him and Hood Trophy Bino, man, going crazy right now. Uh,
The music's
Shout out
fire.
to the Iccy Show for sure, because we've been trying to put this together for like a month, and
Yes,
we
but we
finally got to
got it.
make it happen.
Yes, we made it happen. Definitely. Shout out to Candy for making this happen.
Yeah, yeah, man. Candy's been so supportive. Just having someone like her in your corner, it makes the world of a difference when it comes to me pushing myself. So I appreciate her a lot. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my dad, Dwayne. You could tell him, Dwayne Omar. Actually, quick story before I go. The reason I guess I
That's
exist,
that.
Dwayne Omar.
That's
That's
your
not.
father?
Yeah. Yes. Dwayne Omar
Oh my
Robinson.
God.
Yeah.
That that's crazy because I did your dad's interview a few years ago. He's a good. I haven't met him in person.
Yeah, Dwayne
I
Omar
support.
Robinson. That's my dad. You talking about the preacher, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's my dad.
Wow. So
He's the reason I play piano.
wow. Small
Yep.
world. Wow.
Yep.
You see how
So
the circle works? You see how the
yeah,
circles
that's
work?
crazy. That's
Wow.
crazy. Yeah, that is crazy. Boston, I'm telling you. Well,
I'm
put your
putting it
threes up. The bean is in the building for sure.
definitely. Salute, salute, Boston.
Yeah,
Yes.
so you know what I mean when I say I come from music on both sides of my family now.
Yes. It
Yeah.
makes sense. Your mom and your dad.
Yep, exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, my dad got hired. This is a story that I don't even know if I'm supposed to be telling. My dad got hired to produce on my Uncle Ralph's album. So if you go back and watch the New Edition story, you'll hear my Uncle Ralph shout out Dwayne Omar when he's on the phone or something. He's like, yes, Dwayne, blah 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 blah. In the New Edition movie, that's my dad. He got hired to do the or my Uncle Ralph's album on the production side, and that's how he met my mom.
Small world. Wow.
Crazy,
I'm like,
crazy.
crazy. Here I
What
am,
up,
got
Chance?
his
Matter of
son.
fact, look, there go Chance right there. He the one that introduced me to Cleve, to Bone Thugs family. So shout out Chance. I
He's
appreciate you, brother. I miss you, nigga. Hit me, man. It's about to go up. But I do got
small
to get
world.
up out of here. I got some business to take care of. So I appreciate you a lot, Jackie. Let's do another one in about a month after the show, so we could see what's going on.
Yes, yes. Tap in with this artist. Follow him, support him. Make sure you go to that show if you're around there. Get the tickets. This is interview 720 interviews from Boston 617. Dwayne Tresvant from Boston. Salute to him. Much love and respect. Thank you for coming in on the Iccy Show and tap in with him. And any managers, make sure you book them through Candy right now. That's who they're gonna book you through, or you want them to book you through you.
Hit me. You can hit me directly. I don't have a manager right now, so I'm between me and my little team or conglomerate, we handling everything ourselves. Or you know what? Hit Candy. Well, I'm gonna start putting Candy out there as my manager, just since she deserves to. She deserves that anyways because she's been acting like it anyway. But she's got me in a Netflix movie already, and interviews, all kind of stuff. So, but
Yeah, tap
hey,
in
Candy.
with the
Well, I'll
Tupac
have you
movie
plug
that's
her.
coming out. Yes.
Huh?
I said tap in with the Tupac movie that's coming out.
Yeah.
So good to see you.
I think next year we'll start filming that in December. All right, Candy. All right, Jackie, I appreciate you. I'll holler at you.
All right.
Let me
Peace,
know
love,
when you get this uploaded to YouTube.
definitely, definitely. Peace, love, respect to everyone that tapped in. Much love, respect. God bless.